everybody, Richard here, and welcome to the Nerd Life. I think it's time for a finished, not perfect update. What I'm working on and stuff, and then, yeah. So we're going to table down in a minute. Pardon my voice. My voice is kind of crackly and crapply because I am still, I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm still it. So, anyway, we're going to table down, and we're going to show you what I'm working on and what I got going on. Honestly, can't remember where I was at last time I showed y'all anything. I think I did. So some of these things I might have worked on and might not have worked on. I did finish some things, so that's a plus. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go table down. We'll kind of show you what I've been working on. Then, yeah, y'all can say, hey, I already saw that. That looked just like that before. So let's go table down. All right, here we are, table down. I was kind of hanging out in the kitchen. Actually, the dining room. I just want to get some stuff painted in here, just kind of hanging out. Now, I can't remember how far I had these guys last time I did my last finished not perfect update. I can't remember where you saw these at, if these were just primed black or if I had primed in the copper look or what. So yeah, I don't really know. There's still a lot to do on these, like picking out details and stuff and kind of cleaning them up and adding a little bit more colors here and there. But that's like the main tones of my Mechanicum, Adeptus Mechanicus army and stuff. So there's this guy. This is all airbrushed. Even the copper is airbrushed on there. This one I'm hand painting it, so it's not really coming out as smooth. Because I didn't want to mess up the copper. I probably should have went in through and just went ahead and airbrushed these tones on there, like the same tones as this, so they match a little better. Because there's pretty dang bright. But and then just went back and painted the purple on and the copper on, because really that probably would have made more sense. But this is more or less a test figure for this guy, since I haven't built the other two. I had two more of these to put together. But I'm going to add things like the glow effects from the thing, so it looks like they just kind of took off and he's just now landing maybe. And things like that. I'm still trying to figure out a color for like the screens too, or their visors. So I got to figure out what color I want to do that. Same for the eyes up here. I'm torn between green, red, yeah, I think green and red are probably the two colors I'm stuck between. For like this guy, what I would do is I would do these little slit here too, and I might even do like a little, like say if I did this red, I would do like a red over, kind of just in the center of the thing, and then just a little bit over, then come back with a bright fluorescent yellow, or a yellow, and then go over the center. Or no, I would go white, right down the dead center of the line, and then I would come back with the fluorescent yellow right over top of that to kind of give it a little kind of a brightness to it. That's if I did the red. So those three guys. Now I know you didn't see this guy because I started working on him just today. My three Praetors. You saw this guy. Like last time you saw these guys, they may not have had heads, but their bodies were already painted. I finished up the basing on that. That's like a piece of a Layman Russ. All rusted up and grossed up. And then some dirt and stuff. And we got this other Praetor I had. I think this guy is, like I said before, this guy's the one who's typically holding his sword in front of him. Like with his hand on the hilt and the blade in the ground. So I finished up his base. Got him down. Still need to, once I'm done painting everything, I paint the outside lip black so it cleans it up again. And there's the last Praetor. Same thing, just did a mucky up base for him. And haven't started painting any of their details. I'll be doing that here soon. I brought one of my sample figure out so that way I can remember where all I go. I probably should have grabbed my sample Cataphracti Terminator guy so that way I can see where this stuff is. But this gives me a good idea of what I'm going to paint, what colors on them. Then we have here Eisenhorn. I got this guy off eBay. Finished his basing up. It's just another typical dirty rotten base. A big old glob of super glue dried on there, all white and weird. And break that off or paint over it or something. But anyway, that's the Eisenhorn figure. He's really nice, man. Nicely done. The only thing I had a problem with was this. I'm worried it's going to eventually break. But I'm going to try to be extra careful with him because it is one of my favorites. I started painting him a little bit, putting red on his little cloak thing that he wears. I'm going to do a lighter shade of gray on this other jacket that he has underneath there. But I'm going to try to remember the colors. I painted my original one, the big 55mm one, and paint it similar to that. Started painting a bike. Can't remember if I showed y'all that yet or not, one of the Outrider bikes. Got close to finishing Contemptor. Still some detail stuff I want to go back through and do on him. For the most part, he's almost done. Ready to go. Just debating on whether or not I'm going to do a freehand octopus on him or something. Or some tentacle work coming somewhere. We're going to kind of see on that. I don't know yet. I'm happy with him. He turned out pretty cool. So Alana is kind of, here's the Leviathan I did, just so you can see these kind of guys together. Oh, they turned out pretty cool. What? We're going to deal with it in a minute, not right this second. All right, so that's a Contemptor, and then the last thing I did, so a long time ago, uh-oh, I don't know what that was. I flung it. Oh, that's what it is. So we did this guy. You've seen this guy before. This is one of my daughter's Lepardian Craft World.
Show them my other one.
So I pulled him out to use him for the color scheme and make sure I matched it up. So I have my little girl. This is actually her. Whoa, that like light makes it look really green. That's crazy, sir and madam. But anyway, so here she is. She doesn't look bad. Faces are still not my strong suit, but she's got leopard spots on her cheek and her forehead. Blonde hair like my little girl, the green gems, the leopard armor. I was going to originally do this skirt thing she's wearing as space, but I was having a hard time painting it by hand and making it look right and natural. So I just gave up and just painted it all purple. So, but I'm happy. I'm pleased with the way it's turned out. I like the basing too. Especially we're saying like some Eldar ruins or Eldri, whatever they're called now. Because I have an idea that these guys live on planets still.
Where's the person?
I don't have it yet. Put it back. These guys live on a planet still. And it's like lush green planets and stuff like that, like jungle-like. So that's kind of where I went with these.
Leopard is my favorite animal, so my dad
It is
did it
her favoriteest animal ever.
That's why.
But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Sorry about that. She bumped the camera. So yeah, she's all finished and done. And they look really good sitting there together. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got on my Finished Not Perfect update right now. I'm working on some other things, but they go for another video, which I'll do that here in a minute. And you can see that probably later on in the week. But anyway, guys, I thank you so much for joining me. And just all that you guys do, I thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, Daddy is tired today. Anyway, guys, I love you all. I thank you so much. Keep rocking that nerd life, my friends. I'll see you next time.